Hello, welcome to Danny Designs, D squared. Today is October 27th, 2020. I'm in the process of building my house and everything, and what I want to show you right now is kind of a weird weather. I mean, not weird. I guess there was one worse, 2007. And I remember this happening around Christmas time once when I lived here as a high school student. Well, no, it was right after high school. I was in college. This happens in the Midwest here in Oklahoma. So I'm just going to walk around and show you some stuff. Sorry about that shot. But thanks for watching, and I'll show this, and this is what's happening. Ice, some snow, but mainly ice, freezing rain, and hopefully the water doesn't get on the lens too bad. I just want to walk around, show you things. I mean, it's freezing right now. It's just a little mist, which is not good because that's accumulating on the trees still. And I was on my phone earlier, and I caught that branch right there breaking and falling to the ground. And then I'm in the house and I heard that one snap. So you definitely don't want to be underneath or around these things. So just walking around looking here. You see the ice. I mean, this is on my house, the part that I have done anyway. Don't want to show too much of that because I'm going to post this ahead of what you see there. But anyway, this is the distance from my house that I made sure that these trees, if they did fall straight over, like if that one fell straight over, it might touch the house. And if you hear a big snap every once in a while in this video, it's a tree or a branch or something just snapping and falling off. Sounds like a shotgun going off. So anyway, you see the ice. There went the top of a tree right there. Just says we're talking. It's happening all over the place. It's neat, but at the same time, I mean, look at that tree there. It's bent over. It's a good, healthy tree, but it's got big leaves, which accumulated all that ice, and it is just bent over. And it may break, but it might not. You don't know. I'm just glad that I don't have anything big around my well house. That's where my water is. You see the icicles and stuff off there, and that tree right there. When the wind starts blowing, that's when it really can start getting some big times from. That branch fell off right after I was out here this morning. I mean, if those break and fall off, it depends on how they fall, but they could land on that, do some damage. Pray that doesn't happen, but it is what it is. When you live out in the country and you put something close to a tree, which that part, it's what you do. I'm just going to walk around. I haven't even been over this part this morning. That one there broke. I'll have to chainsaw that down. Oh, now there's some in my driveway. There was not earlier. So if I had to leave, I'd have to drag those out of the way. But there's one. Look at the top of that one broke off. It's laying right there. There's some right there broke. Those are hanging over, so I don't even know how I'd get out right now if I had to. There went another big one falling. This is probably going to be okay. My electric lines, I got that temporary pole braced up really good. So all these electric lines should be fine. But you never know. I mean, there's a tree over there, fell down by my sawmill. Got some good lumber here ready to put on the floor. But just not right now. Another tree falling back there. See, the wind's starting to blow a little bit, like I said, which There's the top of that cedar breaking. A lot of things happening right here. You know, that cedar right there is broke. It's just the way it is out here. I mean, this is what, you know, happens in nature. We've got us, you know, an ice storm. Happens all over the country, all over the world. And you know, it's just getting heavier because of this little sleet. Looks like the top of those over there to the left of this pole broke off. You know, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna walk up here a little bit. This is another way I can drive to get out. My driveway, like I said, had a couple trees laying on it, so ground's not totally frozen. So the top part is still, you know, some mud because of the rain and mist. So, I mean, can't really tell. But as of right now, it looks like got a low branch there that maybe is breaking. Oh no, there's a broken tree up there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a broken tree laying in the drive. So, tell you what, you know, dangerous out here. I am not getting under any trees. These power lines should be okay. There's not a big accumulation of ice on them. There is some. Poles are always, these are fairly new poles. I guess if I had to, I could fire up the backhoe, get those trees out of the way. I'm not real close to these here, so really no danger of any of these falling unless the whole tree broke in half at the base and fell, which is possible. You see it happen. It's pretty. I mean, look at winter, all the ice on that tree there, but the problem is the ice on these that still had a whole bunch of leaves. It's just, you know, weighting the branches down, putting a whole bunch of weight on them. This tree's leaning over right there. So, no danger of anything really hitting my trailer. That's the good news. That cedar there broke in half, so it was a pretty tree, now it's not, so I'll probably end up cutting it down. My persimmon tree's back in there. I don't know what this is going to do to them, but I haven't shown you much of, you know, because I was living in my RV and then I started traveling. So I could, but before that, you know, I bought a mobile home to put in here, and I haven't shown a whole bunch of that, but I'll show you, you know, the mobile home. And I guess my concern right now, you know, I've really beefed up this pole here. Now, I'm trying to catch a big branch breaking, but you can just hear it happening. It's just constant. Just constant. A concern. If I'm looking at, see, this one's okay. I don't like getting this close to it, but these trees next to my mobile home. I mean, if that branch broke right there and fell down, it would hit. I don't think it'd do much damage. The whole tree's leaning away from it. I mean, but of course, if the top breaks off and falls down, you know, it could hit it. That's always possible. Don't like when the wind picks up. But you just don't know. Don't know. Wind is picking up now more. So anyway, what I was getting at, that branch right there, that's kind of what I'm worried about. It does lean over towards the house a little bit. Now, what I'm noticing, which doesn't mean it's true, but not a whole bunch of ice buildup on this side of the tree, probably because of my wood burning stove. I heat this house with wood, and that's the smokestack right there. So I'm assuming the heat coming out is keeping that area there kind of ice free, which is good because, you know, the more ice that builds up, the heavier it gets, and that's when it breaks. Now you can see that one there leaning over. That's a smaller tree. If it breaks, it's not going to do any damage, much, if any. So that one doesn't bug me. This is the one that bugged me. So, you know, if it fell straight down, it might hit that stovepipe. But right now it's looking, you know, like I said, if you look at the difference of these trees with the ice on them and that one, it's like it's warming up that tree to keep the ice from sticking so much. Now there's still some on there, and you know, the wind blows the smoke and heat away from going straight up. I mean, I could be in some trouble. So down in here, I mean, this tree is going away from the house. You know, if it broke, oh, you hear that wind blowing? Yeah, when that wind blows, there's just things can happen. There's that limb right there that's kind of hanging over, touching the house there. It's not a big one though, so if it breaks, it's going to be okay. Like those trees there, it could, you know, fall and hit the corner edge of the house there, but it's not a big branch where it's huge, where it's going to crush it. You know, that one over there above the smokestack could do more damage. So, anyway, here in Winter Wonderland, well, hopefully, I don't know how much, let me wipe this off real quick. There goes another one falling. You know, I get out of this without too much damage to my house. We'll see. So anyway, you'll still love this country. Love it, love it, love it. This is just awesome. Except for the damage that's going to happen, but it, you know, it's what nature does. This is what nature does. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. And keep watching. I appreciate it. Thank you.